Look, it's Valentine's Day, so I did my best to look like a Jacksonville Southern Belle. What's up, y'all? It's your girl P Hope, and I am back with another episode of Belle Collectives. This is season 1, episode 5. Y'all know I never know the title of the episode, but we're gonna get into it anyway. We start out this week back where we left off with, of course, the blow up at the brunch. Now, I do have to come back and say a few things about it, but let me get into it a little bit. So it picks up where it left off with Marie cutting Kaylin off. So Marie cut Kaylin off and said, you know that's nice, that's cute. What you're trying to have this little come to kumbaya moment or whatever, but that's not what we're here for right now. We're here because my homegirl Letitia got something that she really needs to tell us. So whatever you talking about, we could talk about that later. Now, I totally agree with Marie and I get where she's coming from, but again, it's always the delivery with Marie. It's not what she says, it's how she says it. So, and we already got Essie up out of her chair over there by Kaylin, looking like she's ready to bop her in the head at any given time. And at this point, Kaylin is feeling attacked because she's getting it on both ends. And I would have felt the same way. So, Letitia is not gaining control of the situation. Miss Dorothy, who was there because y'all remember that she is like one of the main staples of Ferris Street. Now she's up out of her chair. She's trying to get the ladies under control. Nobody's listening to Miss Dorothy. Nobody's listening to Letitia. And it's just a damn mess. They asked Kaylin to leave. Well, Marie asked Kaylin to leave. And I don't even remember how she ended up making her exit, but either way it went, she left. She left and Antoinette stayed. Okay, I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So, after Kaylin leaves, Letitia finally gets control of the room and she is able to finally talk to the ladies about her Ferris Street project. Everybody is extremely excited to hear about the news. She goes and she gives a little history about Miss Dorothy and all of the good works that she does down on Ferris Street. She has a picture of the actual building that she is trying to lease so that the ladies will have an actual vision to see what they are supposed to be jumping behind to help her with. And yeah, she just finally got her speech out. She was finally able to speak her speech, all right? And so she gets that done, and at the end of the brunch, of course, the first people to approach her was Marie and Essie. They said that they are most definitely on board with the situation. Antoinette had already told us last week that, she did not really understand a whole lot about Marie and these brunches, but she was starting to understand her a lot more last week. And then so this is kind of a continuation of it for her. She feels like it's a wonderful idea. She did or did not say whether she was going to back Marie financially, but she's definitely down for the cause. And I'm sure if she can help in whatever kind of way, whether it be financial or otherwise, she will pitch in and do her part. And I think Mel also spoke with her as well. So you have a couple of ladies that have automatically off the top said, hey, we're here for it. We think that it's a wonderful idea. So boom, that's how the brunch went. Next you got Latrice and Mel. They are over at the salon, and because the new essentials has arrived, and so this is actually Mel's first time laying her eyes on the products. and she's able to see it. She's like, oh, you know, oh my God, I didn't know they had arrived. I wasn't sure that they were going to look like this, whatever. So they're just ping-ponging back and forth ideas of how they can launch this product out correctly, because y'all know that this is Latrice's baby, and this is the products that she wants to go worldwide. She wants them to be in all of our local stores, Walmart, Target, you know, wherever you shop, she wants her name to be there. So they're having a conversation about that, and in mid-meeting, who shows up? No other than Zaddy. So Zaddy shows his ass up, and he was like, hey, you know, how y'all doing? What y'all in here doing? And so at this point, I thought he was about to come in with his usual antics of, oh, y'all hoes having a meeting without me. But that was not the case this time. He came in because he wanted to make sure that Latrice was feeling okay, because, you know, she was already having a rough day. So he was coming in to take her to dinner, but he also let her know that, you know, have you been on social media? Because from what I'm looking at, it looks like your brother Derek has gotten married. And so this completely throws Latrice off. And she's like, no, not my brother. You can't be talking about my brother, because anything involving a wedding, he would have definitely informed me about that. Like, I would have definitely had a hand in that. So, like, I don't know what you're reading or what you're looking at, but that can't be the case. But, you know, it really bothered her to even think that her brother would do such a thing. Yeah, so Latrice is, you know, looking crazy at this point. And then in her confessional, she lets us know that, I don't remember how many brothers that she said she has. I don't remember if it was 3, 4, 5, whatever. But she did let us know that 2 of her brothers have actually been knocked off, and they are no longer with us. And one of her brothers, Derek, the one that they were speaking of, he just got done doing a long bid in prison because he actually knocked somebody off for threatening their family. So, you know, Derek don't play no games, okay? Don't come around Derek with no foolishness, because he's not gonna play with you, all right? So they talk about that, and then she goes into talking about how close that her and Derek are. So that's why, you know, whatever the hell Zaddy is talking about with this whole marriage thing, it can't possibly be true, because Latrice and Derek are so close to the point where they even share the same birthday. It's just not the same year. And she said that they are just, you know, open and honest with each other about everything. So, you know, that's just a little background on the family dynamic. And so that's why she's so distraught about this news. So she's got to get to the bottom of it. So then it goes to a scene with my homegirl Letitia. Okay, you know, I picked out this outfit with Letitia in mind because Letitia is like, she's so country. Like, I feel like this is something that she will wear. I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know what the hell made me purchase this shirt. I don't know what I was going through at the time that I purchased this shirt, but I've had it for a couple of years, and I literally just popped the tag off of it to do this video because I don't know where the hell I'm going in this blouse. But anyway, this is dedicated, this whole ensemble from the hair to all the way down to the toes is dedicated to you, Letitia, just in case you didn't know, because this is nothing that P. Hope would normally do. I'm giving you real grown right now, real country, you know, trying to give you a little Valentine. So I hope you're getting all of this, okay, because this bud is for you. Letitia is at the house, and she is with her little son Joshua, and they're doing, looks like they're doing a little homeschooling or whatever, when out of nowhere Daddy busts in the door. You know, her husband comes in. He is home from work, and it is just smiles and butterflies everywhere. Little Joshua is just too excited. He's like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. So, you know, he's so excited to see his dad, and they have their little father-son moment. And then, you know, after Joshua goes and sit his little butt down somewhere, here comes Letitia, and she's coming in for her hugs and kisses and the I love yous and the I miss yous and the welcome homes. And, you know, he lets us know that his name is not Cliff. Y'all, I cannot think of his, I don't know why his name is not clicking in my head right now, because I definitely know it. But and I almost want to call his ass Leroy, and I know that ain't it either. So we just gonna call him the husband for this episode, and I'll have his name right by next week. But anyway, so they did a confessional with her husband, and he lets us know that, you know, he is gone 28 days at a time. He's gone for 28 days, and then he comes home for 14. So it's 28-14. And so every time that he comes home from off the road, it's like Christmas Day all over again. You know, he's always excited to see his son, and he's always excited to see his wife. It's just, you know, each time is brand new. And so they get all of that excitement and joy out the way, and Letitia goes right into the conversation of, you know, her tackling this whole Ferris Street project. And so the husband is extremely happy for her. He's excited for her. He's like, you know, wow, baby, I think that is great. And she was like, yeah, but by me taking on this project, that means that I am not going to be able to cater to you the way that I normally cater to you the 14 days that you're home. And so he was looking like, oh, okay, all right. He's not real sure what that means right now, but he's gonna soon find out. Next thing is Antoinette is back at her practice, which, you know, it is coming along. We see a little more framing on the inside of it and things like that, but, you know, it still looks like it has a very, very long way to go. And she also invited Kaylin over to come and see the progress. So Kaylin shows up, and of course, one of the first conversations that they have is about what happened at the brunch. Now, this is the part where I can say that, you know, I will retract some of the feelings that I had last week, because y'all know I felt like Kaylin was wronged. I felt like Kaylin was being misunderstood. She was being mistreated at the brunch, and that these ladies were not trying to hear where she was coming from. But after Antoinette had a conversation with her and Antoinette let us know her side of the story, now I'm understanding where everybody else was kind of coming from when they were, you know, jumping on Kaylin's head and feeling like Kaylin was trying to make this a moment for her instead of just sitting down and listening to the issues and the concerns and the stories that have happened to these women, you know. And I changed my mindset about that Kaylin situation only because of what Antoinette said, because Antoinette was actually there and in the moment. So for her to say, and this is her real friend, so for her to say that, yeah, her friend took it overboard, and, you know, she should have just basically sat her ass there and listened to what was being said. Okay, I can retract my statements from last week, and I can understand where everybody else was coming from, because I was completely confused last week. I didn't see what Kaylin did wrong. You know, I really didn't. But after Antoinette said that, you know, she felt like Kaylin missed an opportunity to really just soak in what black women and black people as a whole have to go through on a daily basis for nothing. You know, she wasn't taking that opportunity to just soak that in and understand where those women were coming from at that time. She took that as a moment to feel attacked, and like the ladies were insinuating that, all white people don't like black people. All white people are hateful. All white people, you know, toot their nose down at black people. And that's not what the ladies were saying, and that was not the narrative of the brunch. So, you know, Kaylin, she just pretty much said, you know, she's over it and she understands that. She said, but, you know, she had no idea that that is where the brunch was headed. She felt like she was going to come in there and make business connections. So that part made sense as well, because it's like, why would y'all have Kaylin in this mix anyway if y'all knew that this was going to be the topic of discussion? But Kaylin thought that she was going to be there to make business connections, and that just ended up not being the case. So, yeah, it was just all a really, really huge misunderstanding, and everybody has moved past it. And I think, you know, I think all the ladies, all is forgiven on both ends, all the ladies and on Kaylin's end. So then they go through, Antoinette is walking Kaylin through the practice, just showing her, you know, the progress that has been made. And then it's this one section she showed her where on the weekends when the office is closed, this is going to be her weekend yoga studio. And Kaylin is just like, girl, when are you going to have time to sit down and have to yourself? And she was like, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm a businesswoman on the move. You know what I'm saying? This is Antoinette. This is what I do. And so Kaylin is like, you know, okay, girl, just long as you know what you're doing, like, do it. Just do it up, girl, if that's what you're gonna do. And then Antoinette lets Kaylin know that in about 4 weeks, she is going to be ready to have a sip and see. Everything should be up and running in the building, and she wants everybody to come out and take a look. But Kaylin is looking around at the point that it's at now, and she's like, are you sure you're going to be up and running in the next 4 weeks? And Antoinette was kind of like, girl, I hope. I'm just going to pray and hope for the best. And that was pretty much the end of that scene. So now we are back at Letitia's damn house. So we're back at the house, and Letitia is in her office, and she is on the phone conducting business, getting things done as far as moving forward with the whole Ferris Street project. And while she's doing that, I don't remember if I remember the husband's name, y'all. It's Glenn. So I don't remember if Glenn was coming in the house or if he had already been in the house. But either way, you know, he's roaming around and he sees her in the office. So he kind of peeped his head in there. He sees she's, you know, she's busy. So he's like, all right, cool. So then the cameraman follows him into the damn kitchen. He goes in the kitchen. He's looking around and he cannot find nothing to eat. Now, while Glenn cannot find nothing to eat, I cannot find anything in that kitchen that signifies that they actually live there and that they have been living there. Y'all fill me in and let me know if they have already said in a previous episode that they're just now moving into this house or what. Because when I tell you that kitchen looks empty, it looks empty. Like, I'm one of those people that never pays attention to the background scenes. And I watch plenty of people reviews, and a lot of people, that's what they like to have their eye on. They like, y'all could tell that this house was rented just to do this show or whatever. So I know that these celebrities rent out homes to do these shows. I get that and I understand that. But man, y'all could have went to IKEA. Y'all could have went to Rent-A-Center. Y'all could have went somewhere, Walmart, to fill in some of these blanks to make it look like y'all actually live there. Like, that was bad. That was bad. Y'all go back on YouTube and just go to that episode where Glenn is in the kitchen looking for something to eat. That kitchen is mad empty. He couldn't find him nothing to eat, so he goes back. And I guess he wanted to ask her, like, you know, where's the food? Like, what am I supposed to eat or whatever? But when he went back to the office, she was still on the damn phone. So at this point, he is pissed. He's pissed. So what does Petty Glenn do? Petty Glenn grabbed the vacuum cleaner, plugged that bitch up, and started vacuuming right outside of her office. And I said, boy, it could have never been me, because I would have put them people on hold right quick. I mean, just right quick. And them couple of words that I would have used in them 60 seconds that I had my business conference on hold, he would have been ready to fight me. He would have been ready to suck me up in that vacuum cleaner, because how dare you see me conducting business and you sit here throwing a temper tantrum because I'm not paying you no attention. Boy, you tried it. You damn tried it. So anyway, she finally ends up getting off of this business call. And then, so, you know, she couldn't wait to unleash the beast. She's like, bruh, did you not see me on the phone? Like, what the hell? Why would you whip out a vacuum cleaner? And he's like, you know, don't worry about the damn vacuum cleaner. Why it ain't no food in the kitchen to eat? And she's like, man, what is you talking about? It's plenty of food in the kitchen you can eat. You can make you a ham sandwich, a bologna sandwich. You can make you a bowl of cereal, like a cup of noodles. I don't know what you talking about. It's plenty of food in there to eat. And I'm thinking to myself, no, it's not, because it ain't even nothing in there for him to eat off of. Like, and then I'm looking at Glenn crazy, like, I don't know what you thought she was finna go in there and cook, because she ain't even got nothing to cook with. Huh? But anyway, so they're talking about that, and she is getting madder and madder by the second, because she's like, first of all, that was extremely rude of you to do that. And second of all, I already had this conversation with you that I was not going to be able to cook when you need me to, cater to you when you need me to. And as you can see, my life is a little busier right now that I'm trying to get this Ferris Street project taken care of, get it up off the ground. And he's like, well, you know, that's cool and all, but you gonna have to figure out how to do both. So that's when she went completely left. She was like, look, I have always been here for you so that I can make you feel like the king that I know you are. And now it's time for you to make me feel like the queen that I know I am. And what you're going to have to do is pitch out a little more, help a little more. We have been together for 17 years. She even said 17 or 20, but we'll just say 20. We've been together for 20 years. And the one time that Letitia decides to do something for herself, you want to do this? You want to get mad because I ain't got no food on the stove? And you want to interrupt my conference calls by whipping out a vacuum cleaner and making me look unprofessional? Like, how dare you? But either way it went, Glenn wasn't trying to hear that shit. He wasn't trying to hear none of it. So he said, yeah, so, you know, you got all this going on, which pretty much brings me to my next topic, because I'm looking around and it's no yams in the kitchen and there's no yams in the bedroom. So what I propose is we need to do a contract. She said a contract? Contract? What are you even talking about? And he was like, yeah, we need to do a contract. Now, you know, she had already told us about the infidelity on both ends. You know what I'm saying? He's cheated on her in the past, and she has also cheated on him in the past. And, you know, they're just trying to find that happy medium. So I don't think in the contract it's anything about bringing in a third party or nothing like that. But he just doesn't want things to change, because he pretty much enjoys being catered to, and he enjoys being spoiled in the little 14 days that he's home. He really likes to feel like the king of his castle. And, you know, Letitia is just, you know, she's like, look, buddy, it's a new dawn and a new day. So you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure out how to whip up your own yams in that kitchen. And you're going to have to let these be your yams in the bedroom. But yeah, I forgot to add this part. So when he kept going on and on and on about her signing a contract, she did let him know that she ain't signing a whole ass thing until she gets what she's been asking for, which is a vow renewal. So, you know, if they've been together for 20 years, it's definitely time for a vow renewal. You know, most women look forward to things like that. So, you know, I'm sure Letitia is definitely one of those people. She wants her vow renewal. So she said she ain't done no contract. She ain't signing nothing until she at least gets that vow renewal. So we'll see how that goes. Now we are back at Latrice and Cliff's house. That's Latrice and Zaddy. So they are having a family gathering and everybody is there and they are dressed in all white and everybody looks really, really nice. Latrice has a big family, and the reason that she's having this particular family gathering is in the celebration and in the memory of her two brothers that are no longer with us. So what she wants to do is she has two trees that she wants to plant. It looks like she was in her backyard. So she wants to plant those two little trees in the backyard and just kind of watch them grow. So I thought that that was a nice little dedication. So as they're out there, they're getting ready to put the trees in the ground. What she's giving everybody the opportunity to do is just go around and share their stories and their memories of their brothers, because the brothers at this time that they passed, there were uncles, they were brothers, they were fathers, they were cousins, they were nephews, sons, you know. They meant a lot to so many people. So she's just giving everybody the opportunity to go around and speak of their good memories of them, which was very, very nice. And it was also emotional. You know, you saw a lot of tears out there. And Mel and Antoinette were actually out there, and you could tell that it was very touching for them as well. So then when it gets around time for Derek, the brother that she's so close with, when it was time for him to speak his speech about his brothers, you know, he just walked off. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And so that really, really hurt Latrice's feelings. But after they got the trees planted and it was time to go back in the house, they had a scene where it was just Latrice and her brother sitting out on the back patio. And, you know, he had his little black and mild going. And she was just sitting there and she was like, you know, what's up? What's going on with you? And he was like, nothing, you know, I'm chilling, I'm cool. And she was like, well, you know, why you didn't say nothing when it was time to speak at the little tree ceremony or whatnot? And he was like, man, you know, I don't do all that. You know, I ain't with all that sentimental stuff, whatever. And she was like, okay, well, you know, I'll let you have that. But what's this news I hear about you being married? And she was like, I just don't know what's going on with you no more. Like, you don't come around, you don't call. And he was like, bruh, you know why I don't call and why I don't come around. And she was like, no, I don't. Like, what happened? What have I done to you? And he was like, it's y'all. Y'all picked a side. Y'all chose my baby mama over me. And y'all know that I got a new girl. And so that's the issue that her brother has, is because the mother of his child actually lives with their mother. So it's like he doesn't feel comfortable to pull up at his mom's house, and he know he's gonna run into his baby mama, who he does not, you know, care to see. So I get that. And so he pretty much just put that all out there on the table. And then Latrice wanted to know, well, you know, what's up? Like, did y'all get married or not? And then he was like, well, why does it matter? Because y'all don't like her anyway. And Latrice, and at that point, Latrice was like, yeah, no, we don't. We don't like her. Like, she has her ways about her that I just really don't care for. And he was like, but at the end of the day, this is my life and this is what I want to do. So why does that matter? And so then they have this heartfelt moment where Latrice is just letting him know, like, look, I just don't want you to shut down. You know how close we are. You know everything that we've been through, everything that this family has went through, and it would be heartbreaking and devastating for you to just separate yourself from us at such a time when we really all need to be coming together. And I don't want the relationships that you choose to come in between that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your baby mama to come in between what me and you got going on. I don't want your current girlfriend to come in between what me and you got going on. I want us to always be what we are. And so, you know, she's crying, he's crying, they come to an understanding, and she said that she will do her best to get to know this new girlfriend and, you know, make her feel more welcome, because he was letting her know that, you know, yeah, when I do bring my girl around, y'all probably say one or two words to her, but she's not slow by a long shot. Like, she know that y'all don't care for her, and that's why y'all don't have no words for her. And so why would I bring her around? And so since I can't bring her around, I just don't come around in general. So Latrice says that she will definitely do her part to make the girlfriend feel more warm and welcome. And then, you know, she wanted to get more clarification on, was he married? And he said no. You know, if we were married, I would definitely let you know that. And then she was like, okay, good, because you know I would want to have a hand in that if you was married. So they got that all taken care of, and then they go back and they join the rest of the family, and that was pretty much how the episode went off. So that was that. I hope you enjoyed this Belle Collective's review on this good Valentine's Day. Drop down in the comment section below and let me know what you and your boo did for Valentine's Day, and I will catch you in the next video. Until next time, I want you to be happy, be healthy, be safe. It's your girl P Hope, and I'm out.